Good evening, everyone, and welcome. My name is Matthew Simrowska, and I am a Salesforce developer, 7 times certified, and several years experience. And prior to that, I was a full stack web developer. I built over 50 agents. A whole bunch of them are still in production right now in various applications. And so I've really gone pretty far with this AI thing and with harnessing it for Salesforce development in a responsible, scalable way. So basically, I've got a whole number of little kind of mini courses here that I'm gonna teach you guys. Each of them are modular, so you can skip the things that you already know. Like, say for example, one thing I'm gonna definitely do is a full but fast course on version control, like using Git and GitHub. I just tend to find that it's pretty needed in the Salesforce ecosystem. People are not as familiar with Git and GitHub as like full stack web developers are, which makes sense because it's a little bit more difficult, especially historically. It was harder. It's gotten better now, but it doesn't lend itself quite as perfectly as version control does to just use developing with straight web technologies like full stack web devs do, which that's what I did previously. So that kind of gives me a leg up in that department. But if you really want to get the most out of AI, if you really want to be able to unleash these agents so that they can just rip and just develop features, you really got to have that version control pipeline in place so that you can be monitoring exactly which changes are making it into production. For something as serious as a production org of Salesforce, you just need that version control. It's pretty much a must in my opinion. But so like one of the very first projects that we're going to do here is I'm going to walk you through how to take your org's metadata, and we're going to automatically generate documentation from the metadata, which we're going to then vectorize into a vector database and create an agent using modern AI techniques. We're going to create an agent that's a total expert on your org, support agent, and then we're going to build a Lightning Web component that, I'm just going to share all the code with you and all that stuff, and it'll be walkthrough videos on how to generate this or create this support agent, which will answer your users' questions. And then if it's unable to get them unstuck, it has a couple agentic tools, like it will submit a support ticket that will, like a support ticket to your support queue, so that the user can get further help. And so my promises on this one project are it's going to cut your support queue in half, and it's going to also improve the quality of your support tickets, because since the user has a conversation with the agent, it can ask them to try several things, and it can use all that context as valuable information to share with you, and it will always share the link and that kind of thing to whatever record they had the error on. So valuable stuff right off the bat, and pretty easy too, pretty low hanging fruit as far as, there's no risk of like HIPAA or personally identifiable information, completely safe, that kind of thing. But then from there, I've got a lot more things that I want to show you guys. Basically, an entire ecosystem for everything from development to support of a Salesforce org that really lets you just deeply harness the capabilities of artificial intelligence. And it's quite incredible, and it's all completely safe. You're not trusting the AI. You're trusting Salesforce's permissions and rules and stuff like that. And you have complete control over what the agent has access to, including, like, you don't have to worry about personally identifiable information or HIPAA or any of those different compliance considerations. We completely harness Salesforce tools to get around that. So you're totally compliant, totally safe there, but yet you also are equipping your agent with all the tools, all the knowledge it needs, and in such a way, once you get everything safe so that it's all cornered off and safe, you can just let it rip, you know, so you can have your cloud code on dangerously skip permissions and let it just go ahead and bust out that entire project in the next half hour, you know, that would have usually taken 2 weeks. And these are the kind of gains that like full stack web developers are experiencing right now. But I think that the Salesforce ecosystem is lagging on our ability to really take advantage of these gains in AI. And it's because of the exact reasons that I've mentioned already in this conversation, such as the lack of adoption of version control and the need for compliance and different things like that, you know. So it's no joke at all.